Hi everyone, in this video I would like to explain how to generate an ordinary differential equation from the given equation. See, we can obtain an ordinary differential equation. What do you mean ordinary differential equation? From the given equation, which contains two variables, most probably x and y. By eliminating parameters or arbitrary constants. Parameters are also known as arbitrary constants which are involved in the given equation. Involved in the given equation. So here an equation is provided to us. That equation contains two variables. Most probably that equation contains the variables x and y. Sometimes equation contains x and t. Okay. By eliminating the parameters, otherwise arbitrary constants which are involved in the given equation, we can form the ordinary differential equation. So for that purpose we should differentiate the given equation. For that purpose we should differentiate given equation with respect to independent variable. And also one more important thing is, here the number of derivatives to be taken is equal to the number of parameters involved in the given equation. Suppose in the given equation two parameters are involved, then we should take 2 times of differentiation with respect to the independent variable. Okay, suppose given equation contains only one parameter, we should differentiate with respect to independent variable only one time. Okay, suppose given equation contains 3 arbitrary constants, you should differentiate it 3 times. Okay, see the example to generate a differential equation from the given equation. See, the statement of the given problem. Form a differential equation. It means that we have to generate the differential equation of the given equation y is equal to a cos x plus b sin x. Clearly this equation contains two variables x and y. Whenever two variables x and y are involved, it is very important to remember always x should be treated as independent variable and y is dependent variable. Don't forget it. Okay. By eliminating the arbitrary constants a and b. In this equation provided that a and b are parameters, otherwise arbitrary constants. Okay. First write given equation. Given equation is y is equal to a cos x plus b sin x. Take it equation number 1. We should eliminate two arbitrary constants. That's why we should differentiate the given equation twice with respect to x. Okay, so take derivative with respect to x on both sides of 1. So you will get derivative of y with respect to x is, here we are taking the ordinary derivative. So dy by dx is equal to differentiation of cos x with respect to x is minus sin x. So you will get minus a sin x plus b into differentiation of sin x with respect to x is cos x. Okay, take it equation number 2. Again take derivative, otherwise differentiation with respect to x on both sides. So already first derivative is there. If we take another derivative, you will get second derivative, which is d square y by dx square. Okay, since two arbitrary constants are involved, we should take 2 times of differentiation with respect to x. Don't forget it. Okay. So minus a into differentiation of sin x is cos x plus differentiation of cos x is minus sin x. Positive into negative is negative here. So minus b sin x. So in both parts minus is the common term. So minus of a sin x plus b cos x. So d square y by dx square is equal to, so minus into, see this one, a sin x plus b cos x. This is nothing but given equation. That's why I am replacing this entire bracket term with y. So minus y, that is d square y by dx square. So transform this right hand side term to left hand side, you will get plus y is equal to 0. So please observe this equation. Clearly this equation contains differentiation without the parameters. Okay, clearly we are observing that a and b are not involved in this equation. That's why this is called, okay, this is called differential equation, ordinary differential equation of 1. Okay, because only one independent variable is involved in this equation. That's why this is called ordinary differential equation of given equation. So automatically this given equation is said to be general solution of this differential equation. Don't forget it. This is very important one. This climax step is a differential equation to the given equation. That's why given relation should satisfy this equation. That's why this is called general solution, otherwise primitive of the given equation. Don't forget it. Very important point. I will give another example on formation of differential equation of C. See the next example. Form the differential equation of the simple harmonic motion which is given by x is equal to a into cos of nt plus alpha. This equation is called simple harmonic motion of a particle. Okay, so this is very important one. Clearly we are observing that the variables involved in the harmonic motion, simple harmonic motion equation is x and t. So if a relation has x and y variables, then automatically x becomes independent variable and y becomes dependent variable. Suppose in the given relation variables are x and t, then I will treat t as independent variable and x as dependent variable. That's why in this problem always we have to take the differentiation with respect to t only. Don't forget, very important thing. Okay, so once again write the given relation which represents the simple harmonic motion. X is equal to a into cos of nt plus alpha. Take it equation number 1. We are observing that where capital A and alpha are the parameters. Okay, don't forget it. And small n is not a parameter. Okay, it is a fixed constant. So it is enough to eliminate capital A and alpha by taking the differentiation with respect to small t twice times. Okay, so take differentiation with respect to t on both sides. Okay, so derivative of x with respect to t is dx by dt is equal to, capital A is a constant and differentiation of cos is negative sine of nt plus alpha into, again take the nth derivative. Nth derivative with respect to t is n only, because differentiation of t is 1, so n into 1 is n, and differentiation of alpha with respect to t is 0. Alpha is a parameter which is a constant. So take it equation number 2. Again take differentiation with respect to t again on both sides. So already first derivative is there. If we take another derivative, you will get second order derivative. d square x by dt square is equal to a n is the constant term. Differentiation of sine is cos nt plus alpha into, we should write coefficient of t in product which is n. So d square x by dt square is equal to n into n minus a n square cos of nt plus alpha. Take it equation number 3. Okay, but we are observing that small a into cos of nt plus alpha, capital A into cos of nt plus alpha is nothing but small x from the given relation. That's why I will write d square x by dt square is equal to minus into n square is there and the remaining entire term becomes x. So d square x by dt square plus transform this right hand side term to left hand side, you will get n square x is equal to 0. This is the differential equation of the given harmonic, simple harmonic motion. Don't forget it. Okay, so this is the differential equation of given equation number 1. So automatically equation number 1 becomes general solution of this equation. Don't forget it. I will give another example now. See. See the next example. Obtain the differential equation of all circles of constant radius r and center at h comma k. So here you have to write the equation of the given family of circles also. Okay, we know that the equation of all circles of constant radius is fixed, constant radius r and center at h comma k is x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. Take it equation number 1. Okay, this is the family of circles center at h comma k with the fixed constant radius small r. Here radius is fixed constant, that's why h comma k are only arbitrary constants. So two arbitrary constants are involved. By giving different values for h and k, you will get different circles in this system. Okay, don't forget it. Where h comma k are only parameters, otherwise arbitrary constants. Okay, so take derivative with respect to x. Already I told you, if a given equation contains the variables x and y, automatically we should take x as independent variable and y as dependent variable. That's why always we should take the derivative with respect to x only. So here derivative of x minus h whole square is 2 times of x minus h plus derivative of y minus k whole square is equal to 2 times of y minus k into derivative of y with respect to x is y dash and differentiation of k is constant. Okay, here I am using the notation y dash instead of dy by dx. Okay, y dash is nothing but dy by dx is equal to, since r is a constant, its derivative becomes 0. So 2 getting cancelled, you will get, this is not plus, this is h minus x minus h plus y minus k into y dash is equal to 0. Take it equation number 2. Again take derivative with respect to x. So you will get differentiation of x minus h with respect to x is 1 minus 0. So you will get only 1. And here you should apply UV rule because y minus k is contains y and y dash is also a variable. So two variables are in product. That's why I am using UV rule. So y minus k into differentiation of y dash is y double dash plus, now differentiation of y minus k is y dash into y dash. Y dash into y dash is nothing but y dash whole square. It is nothing but dy by dx whole square. From this obtain the value of y minus k first. Okay. So y minus k is equal to, transform this plus 1 to right side and y dash whole square is also to right side. So you will get y minus k into y double dash is equal to minus of 1 plus y dash whole square. Okay. From this, what is y minus k? Minus of 1 plus y dash whole square by y double dash. Take it equation number 3. Now we have to find out x minus h value also. See the equation number 2. From 2 implies what is x minus h? X minus h is equal to negative of y minus k into y dash. But from equation number 3, already we have the value of y minus k. Replace this value here. So minus into minus, positive. So you will get 1 plus y dash whole square by y double dash into y dash is there. Don't forget this term. So this is the value of x minus h. Take it equation number 4. So replace the values of x minus h and y minus k in the given family of circles. Okay, so automatically h and k will be eliminated from the given equation. So x minus h whole square, already x minus h is this one, so take whole square of this term. So you will get 1 plus y dash whole square into y dash whole square by y double dash whole square plus y minus k whole square. So square of this term, negative whole square is positive. So you will get 1 plus y dash whole square by y double dash whole square is equal to, what is the right hand side term? R square. So by taking the LCM, in the left hand side both denominators are same, so take the LCM, which is y double dash whole square, and take this denominator to right side, you will get in the product. So, and also we are observing that in the numerators 1 plus y dash whole square is the common term. So 1 plus y dash whole square is the common term. So here you will get y dash whole square, here you will get only plus 1 is equal to r square into y double dash whole square. Okay, so I will write here the continuation step. See, so this step becomes 1 plus y dash whole square into same term. So a square into a can be written as a cube. In this way it becomes 1 plus y dash whole square whole cube is equal to r square into y double dash whole square. Otherwise I will write this one as 1 plus y dash is nothing but dy by dx whole square whole cube is equal to r square into, what is y double dash? D square y by dx square. This is the differential equation of given family of circles. In this way we can easily form the ordinary differential equation from the given relation which contains the variables x and y. Okay, in the next video I will start the differential equations of first order and of first degree. Thank you very much.